Hi, for today's video, we're going to explore the Church of the Most Holy Rosary, followed by Mother Teresa's home. Cheers. So the first place we are visiting is the Cathedral of the Most Holy Rosary at Bazaar, Kolkata. It's also known as the Portuguese Church or the Murgi Hatta Church. In those days, this was the area where the Portuguese raised chickens. Hence, this area used to be known as Murgi Hatta, which can be loosely translated to poultry quarter. This is because the Bengali word for chicken is murgi. You can see one of the towers of the church being repaired or renovated. This church was demolished in the 1940s and rebuilt. The statue seen here outside the church is actually of Mother Teresa. From here you can see the impressive two towers of the church. And between these two towers there is a decorated pediment and an extended portico. This is a picture of the church before the renovation, showing the pediment and portico. A pediment is a triangular feature typically above a portico. While the portico of the church as seen here is actually the Latin word for porch, is an extended building with a roof and columns. Although it looked nice and peaceful inside the church, as soon as you walk out the gates of the church, you can see the hustle and bustle and the crowd and the rush of Kolkata here. And you can see from the sign here, this building has been gazetted as a Grade 1 heritage building. And there you see people selling food, congestion, traffic, just outside the church compound. So guys, we are entering the porticos of the porch, and now we go through the two giant doors to enter the church. There is mass going on now. Let's bless ourselves with some holy water before we explore the interior. As you see, the center aisle is here and there are wooden pews on both sides of the aisle, and there are rows of columns supporting the roof on both sides. This is the altar, and there's a statue of Mother Mary and Jesus at the back of the altar there. Interestingly, the first Archbishop of Calcutta is supposed to be buried beneath this altar. So today we celebrate Mass at the Cathedral of the Most Holy Rosary in Calcutta with Father Franklin over there. As you can see, Father Franklin is now saying a prayer with Kuga, Cynthia and Dwayne, blessing them I suppose, and praying over them. So I decided to join in the small fellowship going on. There was some tea and biscuits being served. Tea at the church. So guys, now we are visiting the Mother House of the Mission of Charities, founded by Mother Teresa in 1953. The Mother House means the founding house of a religious order. This is the modest entrance to the world headquarters and residential home for the Missionaries of Charity, and has been home to Mother Teresa and her sisters since 1953. Sisters of the organization take the vows of charity, poverty and obedience and vow to help the poor. A sister's few possessions include 3 saris, one to wear, one to wash, one to mend, 2 or 3 cotton habits, a girdle, a pair of sandals, a crucifix and a rosary. They also have a plate, a set of cutlery, a cloth napkin, a canvas bag, and a prayer book. That's all the possessions they have. We're now at the entrance, and the sign says here that the visiting hours are from 8 a.m. to 12 noon and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. daily, except on Thursdays, because Thursdays are a day of prayer for the sisters. This is the house where Mother Teresa lived, prayed, and worked. It is here where she passed away, and it is here where her body is laid to rest. This house is also the house of formation for novices, for those in the religious training. From here, sisters are sent to serve the poorest of the poor in over 750 centers of the Missionaries of Charity throughout the world. Mother Teresa also opened her first hospice in Kolkata, a home for the dying, where the poor could die in peace. She also opened a hospice for leprosy patients called Shanti Nagar, or City of Peace. And in 1955, she opened an orphan's home called Nirmala Shishu Bhavan, Children's Home of the Immaculate Heart, for orphans and homeless youth. So guys, let me digress a bit. When we went to Kolkata, we actually saw the Kolkata Home for the Dying, which was established by Mother Teresa in 1950. She used an abandoned Hindu temple for this. It is here in this home that those who are dying could die with dignity in accordance with their faith. Muslims were to read the Quran, Hindus receive water from the Ganges, and Catholics receive extreme unction, the last rites. According to Mother Teresa, a beautiful death is to die loved and wanted like angels. That was her wish in opening this house. So guys, you can see this was actually an abandoned Hindu temple which has been committed to Mother Teresa's home for the dying, Nirmal Hirde.
It is written that do not keep your shoes in front of the door, but every people think that keep your shoes.
In this courtyard of the Mother House, Mother Teresa welcomed and received sisters after their final professions. Sisters also gathered here to welcome Mother when she returned from long trips. At this grotto, the sisters prayed here before going on a mission, and Mother Teresa would pray from the balcony for them. So guys, now let's enter the room where Mother Teresa's tomb lies. You have to take off your shoes and keep silent. There's a chapel over on the left there. And that's a tomb there with people sitting and praying. And there's a place for you to put your petitions if you want to, and say your prayers. So guys, on the epitaph of Mother Teresa's tombstone, there is a passage from John saying, "Love one another as I have loved you." Her name, Mother Teresa, Missionary of Charity, born 1910, passed away in 1997. Our dearly beloved Mother, foundress of the Missionaries of Charity. We're now going up the stairs to see Mother Teresa's room. This is where she worked from the 1950s until her death in 1997. Mother Teresa sat at this desk every day when she was at the Mother House, answering the many letters sent to her. Letters relating to the society matters were sorted and placed in the mailboxes for distribution to the sisters who assisted her. Mother held council meetings here, took phone calls, and met the sisters here. Her door was always open for them. This is the view from Mother Teresa's room, looking down at the grotto down there. And these are the quarters for all the sisters of the mission. Mother Teresa would say her prayers towards the sisters praying in the grotto here when they were going out for their missions. So there is also a small museum here depicting the life of Mother Teresa with all these photos of her achievements, her awards received during her lifetime, all displayed here for people to see. India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna, which Mother Teresa received, is also displayed here. You can also see the 1979 Nobel Peace Prize, which was awarded to Mother Teresa. It's also here. It takes 9 years to become a full-fledged sister in the mission of charity. Initially, novitiates wear a white sari. In the 5th year, they receive a metal crucifix and a sari with 3 blue stripes, which stand for their vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. In their 6th year, they travel to either Rome or Washington before professing their final vows. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and there's a picture of Mother Teresa looking nice and serene. It was really a moving experience, seeing how this charity works and how they help all the poor and the destitute. Till the next episode of Life Starts at 50, I leave you with these words from Mother Teresa. This is what our people need. They need your hands to serve them, and they need your heart to love them. Cheers.